Hello, everyone. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. On this show, we'll be talking about Ward 5, and the councilman who represents this ward, Councilman Ricki Barlow, joins me now. Councilman, welcome back to the show. It's good to see you.
I know, David. It seems like I haven't been here in quite some time.
I know you've been doing some globe trotting. We're going to talk about that. You've been all over the place here in the last 6 weeks or so. But in the meantime, we want to tell everybody, hey, if they don't know where Ward 5 is, we'll show them. It's right in the center of everything.
Right.
Your ward is right in the middle of the city of Las Vegas, right in the middle of the Las Vegas Valley. If you live in that area with the big 5 on it, of course, you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas, and you're represented by Councilman Barlow. Ward stretches from downtown really all the way out to the northwest there. Kind of makes a big L, if you will.
Yeah, and you know, David, it's been wonderful. I can't believe that it's been 10 years now that I've been representing Ward 5, and it has gone tremendously fast, it seems like.
It always does.
You know, a lot of great things has happened, and I couldn't be more pleased than to have an opportunity to have served in the capacity of councilman here in Ward 5, and of course, the city of Las Vegas as a whole. So it's just amazing how time flies, man, when you're having fun.
And the sad thing for us here at the city is that you have term limits. So after 12 years, council members have to move on, like all the offices here in Nevada. And I don't know, you've been a mainstay around here, so it's going to be, but you'll make these last 2 years great. I know you will. So
yeah, looking forward to going ahead and finishing up the term and allowing the next representative to come in and do even greater things than what I've been able to accomplish. So looking forward to it.
You've set a high bar for whoever it's going to be. So, well, Councilman, we mentioned that you've been doing some traveling, and this is really great. You made a trip to China on an economic mission over there. You and a group of people from Las Vegas here in southern Nevada. You posted this on Facebook. You said, delivering the welcoming address on behalf of the city of Las Vegas to more than 2,000 attendees at the Friendship, Trade, and Economics Conference. Now, what city were you in over there?
You know, David, I had an opportunity to visit approximately 8 cities while in China. I was there for close to 20 days, and I was in Beijing, Shanghai.
It's the Great Wall we're looking at there.
Guangzhou. Yeah, I climbed to the top of the Great Wall. Nanning, Guilin, Macau. I can't even remember some of the other cities that I had an opportunity to visit, but it was a wonderful trip on behalf of the city and representing the city in economic trade and really encouraging those investors to look at Las Vegas when they're looking at the United States, to look at Las Vegas as far as bringing their businesses here, and not only to bring their business here, but to actually establish the manufacturing components of their business in the city of Las Vegas. And so what's interesting is just within the first 2 weeks of June, we'll have approximately 200 of those investors throughout mainland China coming here to Las Vegas to look at various opportunities in the city. So we're looking to see how well that pays off. Well,
you also had a shorter trip. This one was to the Nevada legislature up in Carson City, the city of Las Vegas. We went ahead and tweeted, Councilman Stavros Anthony and Ricki Barlow are at the Nevada legislature for Local Government Day. Now, Councilman, that's not just shake hands and say hi. That's an important little visit, isn't it?
That's an important visit because, David, I have so much going on in my district from an economic development standpoint, and so I need to make sure that the laws that are being drafted and being looked at aren't laws that will basically affect my ability as a council person in the city of Las Vegas' ability to conduct business at the local level. And so going up there, watching our bills, supporting those bills that will benefit the city, and of course opposing those bills that will do harm upon not only the citizens but the policies that the city has put in place in order to really carry out our mission, and that's to make Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, a better place to live, work, and play. And so being there and speaking with those with the legislative body was very significantly important in order for us to at least share from elected to elected how significant the bills are, good and bad, depending on of course, which house you're in. And so for that, it was very important and significant trip up to Carson City.
The legislature is going to be wrapping up here in the next 2-3 weeks. So the 120
June 5th.
Session,
June 5th is their last day.
So that'll be crunch time for the bills that...
there will be a lot of bills that'll be pushed through. I believe something like 75% of the bills will be pushed through within the next couple weeks.
Yeah. So, of course, we're paying attention here at the city. I always want to make sure that we're in the know and in the loop as to everything that's going on, especially if it's going to impact our residents and the city of Las Vegas. So,
Absolutely.
no question about that. And then, Councilman, happy to tell everybody that we recognize the National Day of Service here at City Hall back on April 4th. Mayor Goodman, we had a little ceremony out on the plaza there at City Hall, recognizing people in the community who've really been a valuable service to the neighborhood and to the community.
You know, it's always a pleasant opportunity for residents as a whole to go out and give, because one thing that my parents taught me at a very early age, that Ricki, it's about giving. The more you give, the more God gives to you. And so having an opportunity to go out and make a difference in the community, whether it's in a child's life, whether it's in a senior's life, whether it's in your own life, building community to make it better is what it's all about. And these residents throughout the city of Las Vegas take pride in giving back in whatever form of giving back they provide, through volunteership, through philanthropic, endeavors, or just sitting down and reading to a young person. The fact of giving back and making their community a better place is what we truly celebrate, and thank them so very much for doing all that they can to make this community a better place for us all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Councilman, speaking of giving back, you tweeted this out. You said, thanks to all the volunteers who attended the Ward 5 beautification project.
Oh, yeah.
You're committed to making Las Vegas shine. And this is exactly what you're talking about, is people roll up their sleeves and they do whatever they need to do to make the community a better place to live.
David, in 2008, I established the Clean Ward 5 campaign, and that Clean Ward 5 campaign was all about cleaning communities, removing all of the graffiti, trash, glass, and debris from neighborhoods. And we've teamed up with the Rancho Manor Neighborhood Association, and we had an opportunity to have the batteries included from the city of Las Vegas under the leadership of Lisa Morris-Hibbler. The batteries included a youth group come out and assist this neighborhood in painting their block wall, over a mile of block wall that was painted and cleaned up all of the weeds and trash that was along the outer exterior of the property. And so I really want to thank the Rancho Manor Neighborhood Association, who's under the new leadership and president of Tara over at Rancho Manor, for helping us pull all this together through her neighborhood association. And of course, I would like to also thank the Nevada Department of Transportation, to include their contractor, Kiewit, who came out and brought their employees and their children, the children of the employees, out to assist in cleaning up and giving back for this beautification project as well. And so it was a nice group of City of Las Vegas employees, and of course members of the community and the business community that came out to assist us in doing this beautification project that turned out really nice. It faces Rancho and Alta as far as the Rancho Manor wall, so it looks really good.
Well, that's really great. And the thing about that too is, once those kind of projects happen, then others in the area want to do the same thing. It's funny how it's kind of a domino effect, where somebody will clean up something and beautify it, and then the next thing you know, nearby somebody else is doing the same thing. It just kind of goes from there. It's one neighbor will paint a house, and then the others tend to follow suit. It's just funny how that works.
It reminded me, because when I went out and mowed my grass the other day, I noticed that my neighbors came out. They started mowing their grass as well.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're absolutely correct. If you see someone doing something positive in basically beautification, I should do the same thing. And so you're right. It really comes down to the broken window, effect. As far as if you see a broken window, you want to replace it as quickly as possible, because other than that, other windows could ultimately come up broken.
It sends a signal that nobody really cares.
That no one really cares, and so. But really, it's a matter of those that do care stepping out and doing something, even when it's not popular to do it. Being able to go out and make a difference in the community. And so I really want to thank all of those who came out to volunteer on this beautification project in Ward 5.
Perfect. Yeah, great job, everybody. We really, really appreciate that kind of help. And Councilman, want to talk about the Rainbow Dreams Academy in your ward. Celebrated its 10th anniversary. Time flies. This was back on February 8th. And we had to skip a show because you were in China, I think, the last time around. But tell us about this place for people who aren't familiar with it.
Diane Pollard and her husband, Dr. Pollard, Anthony Pollard, they established the Rainbow Dreams Academy, which is now K through 8th grade on Lake Mead in J Street. And this academy, the Rainbow Dreams Academy, is an elementary school that's going through an expansion process. And they've celebrated 10 years of existence in the neighborhood. And so we couldn't be more excited to have this school that is performing at a stellar level.
Wow, that's great.
Above par in all subject matters. And so all of the teachers and administrators at Rainbow Dreams Academy, I'm so excited to have them working with our young people in the community, really enriching their lives at an educational level, but also at a social level, assisting them and teaching them the importance of giving back and being a part of the community's development and overall success by them being great students. And so, those are the visions and the elements and the principles that Rainbow Dreams stand for. And I couldn't be more excited to have them in Ward 5, but most importantly, celebrating 10 years anniversary. Giving back to the community through education.
I remember when they first opened. Yeah, you were a brand new councilman when they first got started out there. Yeah. Geez, Louise. So, Councilman, speaking of making an impact on education, I want to talk about this too. The Science and Technology Festival took place here in Las Vegas. You were there to present a proclamation to the Natural History Museum. They were part of all of this that day. But tell us about the day and the connection with the Natural History Museum to the whole overall festival.
Marilyn Gillespie is God sent. She is the executive director of the Las Vegas Natural History Museum. And she and her entire team host each year the Las Vegas Science and Technology Festival, held at Cashman Field. But it's a 9-day science fair, which basically takes place all throughout Southern Nevada at various locations throughout Southern Nevada for 9 straight days. And the culmination of the fair ends at Cashman Field, where more than 20,000 people come and visit the variety of vendors. They had, close to 200 vendors there, basically representing the science, technology, engineering, and math elements of the STEM. And so for that, we had an opportunity to present the Las Vegas Science and Technology Festival with a proclamation from the mayor and council for a job well done, basically making sure that our young people understand the significance of STEM and how, in fact, they can move into these various careers to really have those applied sciences to improve the quality of their education, making themselves more enriching and more inviting to future technologies and innovations.
Yeah, and it's I think that science fair always proves that science, math, engineering, technology in general, it doesn't have to be boring. Sometimes people think, oh, it's going to be really, really boring stuff, and it's not. It's far from it.
I mean, they had they teach you, how to make slime, and they basically teach, the magnetic forces of the earth, and I mean, the topography and the soils and the worms, and I mean, they had a variety of really cool, tech type technology and innovations that the kids really embraced. And so I was really happy to have my kids there as well, because they stayed for a couple hours, and when it was time to go, they were crying, kicking, and screaming, we don't want to go.
That's good.
So we stayed another hour. Yeah. But it was really good to know that that the STEM components and all of the activities that went into the creation of the Las Vegas Science and Technology Festival was something that the kids really enjoyed, and just let you know that the kids really can learn if, in fact, you basically put it in a way that makes sense for them in order for them to grasp it.
Right, exactly. We should also mention the Natural History Museum, one of the mainstays of the cultural corridor there on Las Vegas Boulevard, north of US 95. We've got, of course, the Neon Museum is in there, the Natural History Museum, the Mormon Fort, a variety of things along that corridor there. So
right, and the corridor is only going to be improved even more so, because we have a lot of great opportunities and developments that are looking at coming into this corridor to be a part of that cultural component as well. Yeah. And so, and with the expansion of the Neon Boneyard, looking at their expansion and their footprint, because they've just recently purchased the old LA Street Clothing site to expand their site as well. And so you're right, David, the Las Vegas Natural History Museum has been there for quite some time, and we're looking at basically expanding their footprint as well by moving them into the former Las Vegas Clark County Library District, which sits on Las Vegas Boulevard as well.
Yeah, across the street there, yeah. So, and Councilman, we're just kind of keeping on an education theme here. Nevada Reading Week took place here just recently, and I want to go ahead and show you were live on Facebook. You said live at Paul Cully Elementary School for Nevada Reading Week, and you got a lot of comments that started flowing in. Mona Lisa Samuelson said, "Oh, please tell us you'll wear that hat in council today." Obviously, you're reading from Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat. Alicia Gibbs said, "Wow, you really get into it, Councilman Barlow." Linda West said, "Cool-looking cat." And then George Brewer said, "Awesome." And finally, Armenia Jimenez said, "Looking good, Mr. Barlow." And, Councilman, you do
Dave, why are you
everything.
laughing?
No, I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
Are you laughing at the hat or are you laughing at the cat?
Either one. Either one. We got some great images
I have
from
a good time each year, specifically as we celebrate Nevada Reading Week. And, of course, it was Dr. Seuss' birthday.
Yeah,
so, of course, I wanted
there
to
you
make
go.
sure that the kids knew that it was Dr. Seuss' birthday because I had an opportunity to have Thing 2 with me.
There, I see that.
And so, we treated the kids with the birthday cake, and of course I had an opportunity to read to the students, but it was really to get them engaged, to let them know the significance of reading and how important reading is, and not only just reading, but reading with understanding. And so having an opportunity to go in and spend time with the young people at Paul Cully, it's a joy. But that was just one of the many schools that I actually visited during Nevada Reading Week and spoke to a number of kids at a few schools throughout Ward 5. And the cameraman just happened to catch up with me at Paul Cully.
Yeah,
so
we did
was
great. Yeah, a lot of the members of the council did the same thing, as well as people from the city staff volunteered to do that as well during Nevada Reading Week. So it's always a big deal. But, you get into costume and the whole 9 yards, so that's good.
Yeah, if you're going to read to the students, and hold their attention, the hat does it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, too. It's his birthday on top of everything. You couldn't miss the opportunity. So, Councilman, you paid a little visit out to Fire Station 106 in your ward and just checking up on what was going on out there?
The great men and women of Fire Station 106 invited me out to have lunch with them. And so I took them up on their offer. And actually, David, it was the first fire station that I was able to get in Ward 5 since being in office. Yeah. Right inside of the Enterprise Park. It was a area of Las Vegas that was in need of a firehouse, and so we chose the Enterprise Park, and the men and women asked that I come over and see what they do every day, which was great. They gave me an opportunity to walk through a number of engines as well as some of their emergency response vehicles and update me on the latest technology and correspondence that they use in order to keep their their response times at a low.
Yeah, really. They want to get there fast.
How in fact they do that by corresponding through the lines of the 911 system and the technologies they use in order to navigate their way through the cities. Yeah. And so it was a great update, and I was really happy to have gone over and enjoyed lunch with them. And of course, the bell goes off and they leave me in the kitchen all to myself as they go out to address a fire.
All right.
I took it upon myself to eat a couple more grapes and grab
a
couple more chips.
Yeah.
Didn't want it to go to waste.
Yeah, exactly. Can't throw it away.
But it was good. It was good. I want to thank them for inviting me over and spending time with them during lunch.
That often happens. People take a tour and they'll call and out they go. So anyway, it can be a busy place, especially on medical calls. They make a lot of medical runs from all our fire stations. And then, Councilman, couldn't go by without this annual tradition. The Easter egg hunt, the big Easter egg hunt, took place back on April 10th. This is always a really well-attended event. If you don't believe me, just look at the video
amazing.
here.
I really want to thank the Bolden Area Command and, in particular, Regina, as well as Captain Plummer, who just did a wonderful job with the Easter egg hunt out inside of Doolittle Park, and brought out a variety of vendors and of course the Easter Bunny, and thousands of kids participated. And so the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is always wonderful to work with as it relates to giving back and being community oriented when it comes to our young people in the community as a whole, for that matter. And so, as you can see, there was a few thousand kids out picking up eggs all over the place, and it was just fun to see, and have an opportunity for the kids to just be kids and enjoy the holiday of what Easter is all about. And so we were really excited and really thank Bolton Area Command for a job well done.
Yeah, obviously some hula hoop contests, everything else going on out there, but that's a great turnout, Councilman. Great tradition with the Easter egg hunt every year. It's a nice event in the community every year. Another great tradition also usually happens in April as well as the fishing derby. And you posted on Facebook, thanks to everyone who came out to today's fishing derby at Lorenzi Park. This is always a lot of fun. People come out to this. Young, old, men, women, boys, girls, everybody wants to come out, and everybody's kind of a fisherman at heart, I think.
Right.
So,
Dave, for this event is really about teaching our kids how to fish. It's the old proverb, give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And so this is one of those elements where I'm really trying to get more kids out to recreate outside. There's far too many of our young people who are spending time watching countless hours on television,
video games,
and that's okay, specifically from an educational standpoint. But when you're recreating, in front of the video game or the cartoons on television, I think that time can be best spent in the outdoors. And so this is my opportunity to really get families and young people engaged as far as getting out and teaching them, the true elements of, other opportunities to recreate and have fun on the outside. And so the fishing derby really provides that outlet for the young people to do just that. And so I really want to thank Harry and Tanya and Joe and Christy Garnis for assisting me with this each and every year. Yeah. And we also have the senior fishing derby, which will be coming up in August, and that's for the seniors 50 and over. And so they'll have an opportunity to come out once again and enjoy fishing amongst them and their peers as well. So
it's great.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we provide the fishing poles. You don't need a license that day. We make it as easy as possible.
Yeah, and the Nevada Fish and Wildlife is great to work with. Ivy over at Nevada Fish and Wildlife is wonderful. She and her entire team brings out, as you mentioned, the fishing poles as well as the bait and tackle. And so we don't have to do anything outside of but just show up and provide the lunch and the young people. And so I really want to thank all of the volunteers who come out also, and the mentors who come out to assist us in the process of making sure that the young people enjoy themselves and learn how to cast appropriately. And as you saw, one of the young people caught an 18-inch catfish.
Nice.
And so they went and put that in the frying pan that night. So, yeah, I just told them, just make sure you season it up well and enjoy.
You'll be in good shape, exactly. Well, Councilman, we got some great things coming up that we want to remind everybody about. May 13th, the El Dorado Parade is here again. It's hard to believe. El Dorado in conjunction with the city's birthday, which is the founding of the city was May 15th, 1905. So the parade is always on the Saturday closest. It's going to be Saturday, May 13th, 10 o'clock downtown.
So make sure everyone comes out, enjoy yourself at El Dorado.
Yeah, that's been a tradition going back, 75, 80 years here in Las Vegas now. So good stuff. And the parade is always wonderful. Lots to see at the parade every year, so no question about that. And then, Councilman, we want to tell everybody about Safe Summer Nights be coming up, some things they don't want to miss. I want to tell everybody back on May 4th, it kind of kicked off, right? The Safe Summer Nights event took place out at J.T. McWilliams School. And this was for health screening. There were some health screenings that took place for kids that evening, eye exams, et cetera, hearing exams.
You have hearing exams, eye exams, blood pressure checks, and a few other things. Even the dentists have come out this year, Dave, to make sure that the teeth are good to go as well. And if not, then they basically are assigned a dentist to go and visit. And so there's a variety of Safe Summer Nights that take place throughout the city of Las Vegas, and in particular Ward 5. Our Safe Summer Nights are coming up.
Yep, here we are. We have two, Councilmen. We have one on Thursday, May 18th from 5:30 to 7:30. That's going to be at Wendell P. Williams Elementary School. And then Thursday, June 1st from 5 to 7 at Kermit Booker Elementary School. Those Safe Summer Nights, great opportunity to just make sure that not only the kids have something to do, but there's always an element of something that's going to make their quality of life better too.
Right. And also this gives law enforcement and the community an opportunity to collaborate. And so this gives those neighborhood residents an opportunity to come and find out who are the officers in their neighborhood that basically patrol their community. And so it's a dual effort of an introduction, and also it's a great part of the community-oriented policing from the Metropolitan Police Department, which is always great, so that they can put a name with a face, the resident, as well as the officer, to basically create that bridge of a relationship to keep our community safe.
Metro and the community have done a great job working together, especially in the last 25 years, no question about that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, Councilman, we want to mention to everybody that Coffee with the Councilman, you do that on a regular basis. The next one is June 1st at the Starbucks there at Martin Luther King Boulevard and Lake Mead. And great opportunity for people to come out, just meet you, to have a casual conversation over coffee. Maybe,
this is the first Thursday of every month. The residents and business owners will have an opportunity to come out. This is where I basically open up my office for an hour, so anyone can just basically walk in, have coffee or tea with me, and share their thoughts or ideas, or just ask questions as it relates to what's going on in and around the city of Las Vegas. And so it's always a great opportunity to have open government where the community have direct access to their local representatives.
Absolutely, and you make it easy every once a month, just out at the Starbucks. And then, Councilman, we want to tell everybody, June 15th, Senior Idol coming up again. A nice tradition. It's going to be at the Charleston Heights Arts Center. This is Thursday, June 15th from 3 to 5. Now, if you're interested in being in this talent show, the deadline to apply has passed. So don't worry. Come out this year, support those who are going to be in. If you're interested, you can be in it next year then. Just make sure you get your application in. And this is for people over
50 plus.
50 plus,
right.
50 plus.
So 50 plus, and David, let me share with you, the seniors, a lot of them have some talents that I had no idea, because they come from professions, of course, throughout the course of their life. And so a lot of them play instruments, they sing, they dance, and we even have a rapping granny, which is hilarious each and every year. And so I just love going out, participating in the Senior Idol, because, you know,
there's the rapping granny.
You have a lot of talent, but also you have a lot of comedy as well.
Yeah.
And so it's very fun. So, you know, please come out. Charleston Heights Community Center on June 15th.
Yeah,
you don't want to miss it. Bring the entire family. It's a family fun affair.
And tickets are on sale. So if you want to get your tickets, you can work through the city of Las Vegas. We'll get you set up to get your tickets out there. Well, Councilman, we're about out of time here. We want to tell everybody out there, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Barlow, maybe be part of our next social media segment, you can find him on Facebook and Twitter, as you saw. And you can also contact him just by picking up the phone, 702-229-6405, or send him an email. His address is rbarlow@lasvegasnevada.gov. Well, great job. We had a lot of ground to cover today.
A lot of ground to cover.
Good to have you back.
Specifically after a whirlwind of travel around the globe.
I know, literally.
Yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be back home.
Good to have you back, Council. We'll see you in 6 weeks again then.
Thank you.
And we want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning on May 18th with Ward 6 City Councilman and Mayor Pro Tem Steve Ross. And don't forget you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around.